Hi guys, it's Brian Jones and Bryson Scott. Here today we're talking to you about the Hawk release. We have a lot of questions about this release over the past year on how you adjust this release. I've got the Flex, Bryson's got the Swivel Connector. As far as the Swivel Connector, it's just like all of our patented swivels, you adjust it in and out by moving a screw. As far as the Flex Connector, patented also, you loosen one screw and move it in and out. So very simple adjustment to fit the length. It's a single sear release. What does that mean? It means it's got hardened components that all work at one contact point. So when you adjust that, you're basically adjusting the overhang of that release. That is really simple. Bryson's got the swivel. Underneath the trigger on the swivel, there's a set screw. And the same thing on the Flex Connector. Underneath the trigger, there's a set screw. When you turn that screw in, it's actually going to give you a lighter setting. Counterclockwise is going to give you a heavier setting. So this release from the factory should only be adjusted in about a quarter turn increment. So if you go in a quarter, once you go past that, you've gone too far. Or if you come out a quarter. So you have about a half a turn on the adjustment on that sear. Anything more than that, you're either going to set it too light or too heavy. So from the factory, you have the ability to make it a little bit lighter as far as travel or a little bit heavier. As far as the tension of the release, underneath the hook of the release on the swivel, there's a Phillips shape or an X shape that you can use with a little bit small flat head, that you can use with a little flat head or a small Phillips to remove that screw. And there's a spring under there. You can change the spring. There's two spring options, okay? The release has two options, the standard one, and we have another one available. So you can check with us if you want to try some different springs. So you would take that out, replace the spring, and that screw goes all the way down. It's not an adjustment screw as far as moving it a little bit at a time. It basically goes all the way down till it stops, and that's it. You don't use that screw for any adjustment. It's only to hold the spring in place. So whether you're using the Flex, whether you're using the swivel, they both have the same screw underneath the hook. It only holds the spring. It's not, you don't move that screw around, because we have some people that have done that. That's not what it's for. It only retains the spring. The spring does all the work. So you have tension underneath the hook that holds your spring, and the one screw that is adjustable, that does for the travel, is underneath the trigger, located on both the swivel or the Flex. That's how your Hawk works. Give us a call anytime if you've got questions on how your release works. B3 Hawk, check us out today.